So they admitted him to the downtown campus of the University of Houston. To this day, Doc has never passed a TOEFL test. But he graduated from the main campus of the University of Houston with magna cum laude.
Yes, he made such good grades in the undergraduate that even though he couldn't pass a TOEFL test, they put him in the main one. And when he graduated, he started to work with Texas Commerce Bank, running their largest computers that
Look at that.
do the
Well, what he did-
billions of checks, you know.
What he did is he developed the system that we all use now, where when you check out of someplace, you just stick your credit card in. He developed that for the bank. So Exxon called him and hired him to do that for them. He didn't end up doing that for them. So, but anyway, he's the one that first developed that for Texas Commerce Bank. So he's very smart. He has 2 children. He married one of the girls from the orphanage. Unfortunately, he, at some point, separated from her. And if I'd known about all this, we probably should have invited him to come today.
We'll do it again.
And,
We'll do it again.
So I have a picture on my phone of him, and
It's fantastic.
He has
he's going to
remarried
retire.
since, hasn't he?
He's going to retire next year from Exxon, and he already has a house in San Diego that he has bought and
Nice.
furnished to live out there.
We'll go visit him.
Yeah.
When he worked for Hughes Aircraft out there, they,
Why don't
we
you
had a
tell that when
reception.
it's your turn?
Okay.
Oh, you're not finished yet? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
go
I just thought the 2 of us were doing it together.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
So go ahead.
We had a recession in Houston, and I don't know if he lost his job or what, but anyway, he went to California.
Well, his grandmother, for some reason, had moved to California.
Anyway, he got a job with Hughes Aircraft, and the labor union got upset because he did so much work that he made the other people look bad. They told him, you know, just go sit somewhere, you know,
Loaf around.
you can go home, you know, but just don't do all this work. Because he did so much work, he made the labor union, other labor union who weren't working look bad. And the labor union asked him to fire him, but they kept him on.
Can you tell us how you acquired the ranch?
What's
Well,
that?
How did y'all get involved with
we
Touch
acquired the ranch
Ranch?
because Texas used to have a program for veterans that they would give you a really low-cost loan if you bought at least 15 acres. And they would give you loan you the first $10,000 on it. And we thought, if we never buy anything, we've lost $10,000. So we bought the ranch. And we used it. It was used a lot for retreats and things.
Yeah, we kept it for 30
But
years.
I was going to tell you a little bit more about Da since you mentioned the Viet Cong. I don't know who did this, but we were on the national news, CBS, I think it was.
Yeah, it was Cronkite, yeah.
3 times. The first time we were on is, I guess, the day you got there or when we were getting things ready. Before the program was open, our name was never given, the location was never given. Before the program was over, we were bombarded with telephone calls on our home telephone wanting to adopt the orphans. We could have adopted 1,000 of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Dr. Redmond, my take was a little different from yours. We did not become Vietnamese. We tried to make an American out of Da. And I think we succeeded very well. So we don't speak Vietnamese. Da speaks perfect English. And anyway, but we had several really odd experiences that have never been explained. We got a call from a man that said he was a Catholic priest that had worked with Da in Vietnam. Da got on the phone, talked to him. Yeah, that's who he was. He recognized him. The man knew a lot of things about him. He said, I hate to tell you, your father's been killed and your older brother. So, you know, we all grieved. And we're about to adopt Da anyway. And I don't know how long it was. All his family shows up alive. And they all live here in Houston now. Both of his parents.
I don't know if the Viet Cong got him to lie to him.
We got several phone calls like that telling us things. How did they get our number? How did they know things about Da that only Da knew? And it was just really, a lot of really strange things happened. And I've forgotten how we finally found out his parents were alive. But by then he had gotten married, I think, and so he had a job. He brought them over
he
here.
paid for them to come over, and so his whole family came over.
So his whole family is here now. And let's see, what else about Da? He's just a wonderful, I think, still young man. He's older.
Yeah, when we'd go,
Yeah.
when it'd be a holiday like
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, we'd all go out to the farm or the ranch, and he'd stay home and study.
Mm.
Oh, when he was in school, he would come home and say, you know, Dad, I really am worried. He said, I finished the test in an hour, but nobody else was finished. So I went back and I did
I
it
didn't get
again,
that.
and I was still finished. But he said, I finally came home. Of course, he always made 100.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he
And where do
said
y'all live now?
I got it through, and then I went back through it all, and I was only about half the time for the test, but
I love it.
I was all through and left, went home. Of course, he made 100 on the.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
my.
great.
Well, then another, I was in favor of the children being adopted. I think that the ones that have had a really good life. I know some friends of ours, the Sears adopted a boy, and he's turned out wonderfully, and we had, do you remember, well, you wouldn't, you were too little, but there was a beautiful little girl named Kim On, and she stayed there at Buckner, and she went to East Texas Baptist College, and I don't know if you can help me find out something
Sure.
about her.
I think I'm friends with her on Facebook.
That would be wonderful,
Wow. I'm
because
pretty
we had a really hurtful experience.
Hmm.
I got a call in the middle of the night one night from East Texas Baptist College and said, just don't repeat this, I won't
Sure.
tell anything bad about
Yeah,
her.
we'll turn the
They said
cameras off.
she doesn't want to follow our rules, and we're gonna
Yeah.
have to ask her to leave